Coronation Street's Brody Michaelis finally gets a new storyline next week as he forms an alliance that could land him in trouble again. When suave newcomer Idris Nasir arrives in town, Brody is instantly impressed by his style, so when he's offered the chance to work for him, it's a no-brainer. The pair first cross paths when Idris visits Speed Doll, where Brody is working a temp shift. Some rowdy businessmen cause problems by accidentally dropping a plate of curry onto Brody's trainers. Idris swoops in to deal with the situation, warning the unruly customers that they'll have to compensate Brody for the damage. Once the men have paid up, Idris reconnects with his cousin Alia and reveals that he's just bought a property agency in Manchester. Brody has pound signs in his eyes and wastes little time before asking for a job, which soon pays off when Idris agrees that he could be useful. Idris gives the troublesome teen his first assignment. As Idris has been renting out a flat in the precinct and the previous tenant did a runner, he needs someone to give the place a good clear-out. Brody starts to work for Idris. Junaid Khan, who plays Idris, tells Inside Soap. Idris pays good wages, so Brody helps him do little pieces around the flats and properties. But if people aren't paying up, Idris gets him to do his dirty work. Fans had questioned Brody's absence from recent episodes, as he hasn't appeared on screen much this year, but it's thought that we'll see more from him as this new dynamic plays out. Idris joins the show as a new love interest for Leanne Battersby. While he's charming with the ladies, Idris also makes some enemies as the alpha males on the street aren't pleased to see him. He's multi-layered and incredibly ambitious, Junaid continues. As a child, he suffered a lot of hardship and neglect, so he's had to overcome those obstacles entirely on his own. He's a lone wolf, the black sheep of the family, who has made a name for himself. He's addicted to success and the finer things in life, but there's a real vulnerability there too. It's the first time I've played a character where I can show that side, which is a great gift for an actor. The cobbles of Weatherfield are about to become more dangerous than ever as Coronation Street confirms a gripping new storyline for Brody, and this time, he's stepping into territory that could change everything. Fans have watched Brody flirt with trouble before, but his latest move proves he's no longer just a reckless outsider looking for attention. He's becoming a serious player in a much darker game. After weeks of tension simmering beneath the surface, Brody finds himself cornered by mounting pressure, fractured loyalties, and a desperate need for protection. With enemies closing in and trust becoming impossible to find, he makes a shocking decision, forming a risky alliance with someone viewers never expected. The partnership begins quietly, almost innocently. A secret conversation here. A suspicious meeting there. But as the pieces fall into place, it becomes clear that Brody is gambling with far more than his reputation. He's putting his future, and possibly his life, on the line. What makes this storyline so compelling is the emotional conflict driving Brody's choices. Beneath the swagger and defiance is a young man terrified of losing control. Weatherfield has never been kind to vulnerable souls, and Brody knows weakness can be exploited in an instant. Instead of backing down, he chooses survival. The problem? Survival in Coronation Street often comes with devastating consequences. His new ally is equally dangerous. Clever, manipulative, and carrying secrets of their own, this mysterious figure sees potential in Brody's desperation. Together, they begin operating in the shadows, creating tension that ripples across the street. Longtime residents start noticing strange behavior, whispered arguments, and unexplained disappearances. Suspicion spreads quickly, but nobody yet understands how deep the scheme truly runs. As the alliance grows stronger, Brody starts changing before viewers' eyes. The nervous uncertainty that once defined him is replaced by cold confidence. He begins taking risks he never would have considered months ago. He lies more easily. He pushes away the people trying to help him. And most alarmingly, he starts enjoying the power that comes from being feared. But Coronation Street has always thrived on the idea that every action has consequences. The deeper Brody falls into this dangerous partnership, the more isolated he becomes. Friends question his motives. Family members sense something is wrong but struggle to reach him. Even those who once defended him begin wondering whether he's crossed a line he can never return from. One especially tense moment reportedly leaves several residents shaken as Brody's alliance triggers a confrontation that spirals wildly out of control. Emotions explode, Accusations fly, and the truth threatens to surface in spectacular fashion. For Brody, it's the moment he realizes he may not be the one in control after all. And that's where the storyline becomes truly fascinating. Is Brody manipulating others, or is he being manipulated himself? Coronation Street excels when characters walk the thin line between victim and villain, and Brody now sits directly in that gray area. Viewers may sympathize with the fear driving his decisions while simultaneously fearing what he's capable of becoming. It's a layered transformation that could turn him into one of the soap's most unpredictable characters. There's also growing speculation that this alliance could connect to a much larger storyline brewing behind the scenes. Fans are already piecing together clues online, theorizing that Brody's actions may eventually expose hidden secrets involving several major residents. If true, the fallout could be enormous, dragging multiple families into chaos. What's certain is that the stakes are escalating rapidly. The writers appear determined to push Brody into darker emotional territory, testing whether redemption is still possible. Every choice he makes now carries enormous weight. One wrong move could destroy relationships forever, while one betrayal could leave him completely alone. Yet despite the danger, Brody continues forward. Why? Because deep down, he believes this alliance is his only chance to finally gain respect, security, and control in a world where he has always felt powerless. Tragically, that hunger for belonging may become the very thing that destroys him. The beauty of Coronation Street lies in its ability to blend high-stakes drama with raw human emotion, and Brody's new chapter captures that perfectly. This isn't just a crime story or a tale of manipulation. It's about identity, fear, and the desperate choices people make when they believe they have nowhere else to turn. As the storyline unfolds, viewers can expect explosive confrontations, heartbreaking betrayals, and shocking revelations that could permanently alter Brody's future on the street. One thing is already clear: this risky alliance is not ending peacefully. And when the truth finally comes out, Weatherfield may never be the same again. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Coronation Street Scoop News Update.